So you've been down with Ascension Flu, you recognize what the symptoms are, and you're wondering what comes next. I mean, after you get past feeling cruddy, exactly how is Ascension going to be affecting life in general? So let's talk about that, shall we? Hi, I'm Marna, and thank you for joining me. Now, Ascension Flu is the term used to define a number of common symptoms that people who are moving into an energetically different level frequently experience. And this can be headaches, muscle aches, tiredness. Oh, the tiredness. It can be tinnitus, ringing in your ears, blurred vision, a feeling of just not being grounded in the 3D anymore. So all of these things are part of Ascension Flu. And if you look up here, or is it on this side? Somewhere up here, you should see the link to one of my Ascension Flu videos so that you can get an idea of what's going on. In fact, I think I'll link both of them. So, one after the other. Just make sure you come back to this video in between because I'm about to go into stuff that aren't in those. Now, what happens after Ascension Flu? I mean, you've gone through all these changes. You felt your body changing. You felt your energetic level shift. You felt your vibration rise to a higher vibration. You had all these physical symptoms as a result of that. So what happens now? After you get past the physical symptoms of Ascension Flu, you're going to start noticing a lot of changes on an energetic level in your life. Some of these at the time will seem good, some will seem bad, but all of them really are for the greater good of moving you into your new energetic self. One of the changes that happens generally very swiftly and takes a lot of people by surprise is as you move forward vibrationally into a new level, you're going to find that your old friendships and relationships just don't feel the same. I mean, you have fewer and fewer common interests. If they are not vibrationally shifting themselves, then eventually they're not going to have a place in your life anymore. And it can be hard to let some of those friendships and relationships go, particularly because we still have emotional attachments to these people. But as part of shifting into your new energetic self, as part of moving to a new dimensional phase of living, you have to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And unfortunately, that can mean friendships and relationships with people who have no intention of ascending on their own or who are not in a place in their path that would allow ascension. The kindest thing to do is acknowledge what is happening, let go with grace, and don't slam the door when they go. Leave an opening. When you're ready to discuss these things, you know where to find me. I will be here. It's very hard to see people that we love living in a different dimensional reality than we are. But this is the price we pay for ascending into a new one. Once you start seeing the old falling away, you have energetically made room for new to come into your life. So new people will start showing up. People who have a closer vibrational frequency to yours. People who feel like your soul tribe will suddenly start appearing. And they could come from anywhere. You might meet them in a message board. You might meet them on Facebook. You might run into them in the grocery store. But people who energetically click with the new you will start appearing in your life. And it is up to you to move forward with these new relationships and friendships to replace the old that has fallen away. Just because you have ascended does not mean that you have to be alone. There are many, many of us at various phases on this journey. We always look forward to the people who are ahead of us, And we always extend a hand back to the people who are behind us and maybe need a hand up. And that way we all ascend together. One of the other things that you'll experience is you will get random feelings of your chakras opening. This can take you by surprise. I mean, remember those Ascension Flu headaches when your crown chakra was first opening up? You weren't expecting those, and every once in a while they will pop up on you again as you are expanding and growing in your energetic awareness. Your chakras are opening and expanding as well. This could come out as your throat chakra no longer allowing you to remain silent if you see something that you consider an injustice. The most common way this happens, though, is your heart chakra, that beautiful green chakra in the center of your chest, opens up like a flower and expands. And that beautiful, accepting energy just reaches out and encompasses more and more and more of your life and the world around you. And there are times when this can feel almost overwhelming in and of itself, because who knew that I could love this deeply, this strongly, with so little direction to it? Who knew I could love this expansively without having it be tied to someone or something? In fact, that right there turns so many of the paradigms of love in our society on its head that it does take a while to adjust to it. But you're not the only one who's feeling this. You're not the only one who is experiencing this intense feeling of love and acceptance. And when you share that feeling with those around you, then you are helping to vibrationally elevate them as well. Like I said, though, it can be an overwhelming feeling. And there may be times when this kind of ebbs and flows in your life. You may be waking up one day just suffused in love for anything and everything, and other days you may be a complete and utter grump who doesn't want to deal with anything. And that's okay. That is normal too. You see, even as we are ascending, we're still remaining human, and as we remain human, we still have the full range of the human experience. And that does include having down days, having days when we just energetically are not on, having days when we just need to rest. Because quite honestly, this new vibrational living is taking a lot of energy, and it is tiring. So if your body tells you you need to take a day of rest, take a day and rest. There's nothing that says that you have to be the Energizer Bunny of the fifth dimension. The other thing that you'll find once you've moved past the Ascension Flu symptoms is food is going to start tasting different. And the thing is, you're not really responding to the flavors of food anymore. You're responding to the energy. All things have a vibration, and this includes the food that we use to nourish our bodies. I am not saying stop eating. I will never say stop eating, because you have to keep nourishing your physical self to be able to keep moving on forward in this ascension process. However, the physical energy that your body needs will shift. So pay attention. Honor your body's demands for what it needs. You will frequently find that you'll shift towards more plant-based food sources. Most people who are on the ascension path experiment at least with veganism or vegetarianism. You do not have to. It is not required. However, what you're going to find is that you can start to tell if protein sources came from ethical sources or not. So if you do decide to keep, things like red meat in your diet, you'll want to look into ethically sourced sources of it. You'll want to find local farms where the animals are raised well, kept healthy, but not suffused in antibiotics that can have a negative effect when you take them into your system. You're going to want to find sources of nourishment that resonate with you. And what those sources are will change from individual to individual. One of the biggest hard points for me is that chocolate is no longer the comfort food that it once was. And there is a part of me that is mourning the loss of the 25-year-old version of me that could sit and eat M&Ms all day long and feel wonderful about it. Now it just makes me feel heavy and bogged down, and it's not what my body needs. Yes, I still miss the flavor, and every once in a while I'll indulge a little bit, but it's just a little bit. It's not, sitting down with a 1-pound bag of M&Ms and going through them in front of the TV anymore. So accept these changes in your body. Honor what your body is telling you it needs, and move forward with those needs. What was is not what is. Explore the what is as you've moved forward to a new vibrational level, and find out what works best for your body in this new setting. So that is a brief idea of what to expect after you get over your Ascension Flu. I am Marna. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next video.